Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there. Why am I askew so bad? Okay. Probably because I'm not sitting in this chair. Hi everybody, how you doing? Thank you, Jamal, for kicking off the contributions. I greatly appreciate it. Excuse how stuffy I sound. I spoke too soon the other day. I'm like, oh, I ain't been, bothered with my allergies. And then today they was like, oh, really? You ain't been bothered with us? Let us show you. We steal your allergies. Like you still got to deal with us. So excuse how stuffy I sound. I took an allergy pill like a couple of hours ago. It's almost like it didn't do anything. So we're going to try to get through this show the best way we can. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I got one more thing that I want to do. Please excuse me for 2 seconds. I don't need this. I really don't need this autocorrect. If they know the phone's so smart that it's stupid, it don't know you trying to spell a website and not a sentence. So every time you put the little dot, it's, oh no, it's like this. It's not. And then it finally, like on the 9th time, it's like, oh, you're doing a website. You mean to do it like this. Somebody please type, because this is going to frustrate me. Somebody please type blackmenzone.com in the chat for me, please. Please do so. Because it's not going to let me do it. It's going to act stupid with me. Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Nicole. Thank you, sweetheart. Greatly appreciate you. Appreciate you, Steve, for your contributions. Thank you so much. So we're going to try to talk about this. If I have to go away to know that I'm probably sneezing or something. So this is the 3rd installment. How Black women keep the community broken. Part 3. This is guilt. Now, guilt is a real big, this is actually a big one. Guilt, the definition, is the fact of having committed a specific or implied offense or crime. So the definition of guilt is the fact of having committed a specific or implied offense or crime. Okay? Now, to get to the psychological part of it, it is an aversive feeling. And like shame, embarrassment, or pride, it has been described as a self-conscious emotion involving reflection on oneself. When someone causes harm to another, guilt is a natural emotional response. It is self-focused, but is highly socially relevant. It encourages the feeling of guilt encourages either the repair of a valuable relationship or discourages acts that could damage a relationship. And in excess, it needlessly burdens the person who is experiencing it. Now, the next thing that I say is the reason why guilt is involved in sign language. Okay. Given how uncomfortable guilt can feel, it is a strong motivation to apologize, to correct or make up for a wrong, and behave responsibly. Okay. So, when we have these hyenas putting us all on the famous guilt trip, this is a powerful behavior modification tool to make somebody feel guilty, to make them feel bad, to make them feel like they have done something wrong to you, have offended you deeply, hurt you deeply, or committed some crime against you. Could be a moral crime against you. And we have all experienced this thing with these hyenas constantly the guilt trip. And just like all other sign language, it has begun with your mom. Your mama is the first one that's gonna guilt trip the mess out of you for any little thing. And it is definitely a behavior modification tool. She did it to you to make you act a particular way, or to stop you from acting a particular way, or to stop you from thinking a particular way, or speaking a particular way. Now, mind you, just because she put you on a guilt trip for it, don't mean that you was wrong. Okay? Just because she put you on the guilt trip, that does not mean that you were automatically wrong. She just wants you to think you wrong so that you will change, so that you will stop doing that. Okay? And let's go a little bit deeper, because I want this understanding to be more than just one level. See, when we're talking about sign language, then we are also talking about how the hyenas keep a dysfunctional mindset, or they keep away from accountability. They don't want people to be in position to hold them accountable at all, ever, no matter what. But it also works to keep us in the lost value system. We have to remember that that is the gynocracy's job. The job of the gynocracy, the reason why the gynocracy was put into place in the first place, the reason why it was put into place is to keep us maintained in the mindset of the lost value system. Okay? That's the whole purpose. We gonna get on that too, Chano. I've been kind of seeing these clips out. The clips of hyenas saying they don't like me and knowing their worth applicable to the guilt convo. It could be because a lot of it is interwoven. They want black men to feel guilty for not choosing them. See, all of that. Don't want you to know that we're, trying to shame a black man into about not wanting them goes along with the guilt. It go along with the guilt of them trying to make you feel like you have committed an offense. You have committed a wrong by not wanting them, and not only by not wanting them, but by you're not, what's the word I'm looking for? You're not towing the company line. Okay? She uses sign language to snuff out any behavior, indication at all that would seem as if you are not abiding by the lost value system. The company line is the lost value system. Who's the company? What's the company? The company is white survivalism, aka white supremacy. That's the company. The company line is the lost value system. If at any point we as her children, her, family members, her friends, circle, whoever we are, we can't be running around acting like we not of that mindset. Sign language is utilized not only by the female hyena, but by the male. See, the women use sign language on the men, but they also use it on the women. The men, the male hyena will use sign language on another man. How many times have men been the butt of another group of men's jokes, or, they try to call them out for not doing this or not doing that, or you too scared, or why you don't act like this, or why you don't do that, if that man is different. He don't want to hang on the corner with you. Now it's got to be something wrong with him. So the other male hyenas that are hanging around on the corner and all this kind of stuff, or whatever they doing, if it's degenerate behavior, some type of lost value behavior, and another man, black man, he doesn't want to engage. Now something wrong with him. Now something wrong with him. Because, see, it goes so far as to socially, culturally, if you don't involve yourself in the lost value system, that you sacrifice your black card. Do y'all know that? you realize that the more you don't identify with the lost value system, you don't live it, you don't associate all of this other kind of stuff, you start losing your black card, right? And why do we associate the lost value system to blackness? That's the question don't nobody ask. Why do we associate lost value system thinking with blackness and black culture and being black? To the point where if we speak correct English, we acting white. If we like any other music outside of R&B and rap and some pop music, we're weird and we acting white. To the point where I don't even discuss different stuff that I like with other people. Because I like rap music, specifically older, like golden era rap. I like R&B music. I also like alternative rock music. Right? I listen to me some Alice in Chains. I will listen to 9 Inch Nails. Okay. We'll watch anime. We'll listen to Nirvana. Mm-hmm. Got a whole playlist. I got a whole playlist. Audio Slave is my group right there. Yeah. Like Audio Slave. Now see, that'll have my black card taken. That'll get my black card taken. Why you listening to that? Why you listening to Megan Thee Stallion? Why you listening to Cardi B? Why you listening to what they talking about? Huh? Why you listen to them same 4 brainwashing songs that they putting on the radio? And all the songs that we like that's supposed to be our music, and we supposed to stick to our music, but our music is drill rap. So they knocking each other off to it. Then rapping about who they deleted, what block they spent, and who they gonna get next. That's wholesome. Then you got our females. All of their songs is about sex and doing a dude dirty, and how they don't like the next chick, and how they don't value no relationship, and how transactional they are. All the little pop songs is all about baby mamaism now, and how some dude cheated on them. It got no love song. But that's supposed to be our music. We ain't supposed to deviate from that music. And a little something. Ain't no such thing as non-black music. You understand that? We made all that music, all of it. We invented all of it. We invented it. Whoever put something on it or tweaked it or changed it somehow, whatever, we invented rap. We invented rock. We invented R&B. We invented blues. We invented jazz. We invented all of it. Thank you, Jeffrey says it's like a false identity for some of us. Exactly. Thank you, Southside Militia said most black folk don't know we invented all the music. Exactly. Thank you, It's a Sterling Life. How you doing, sweetheart? Thank you to Rizzo said they can have that card. I keep a Gemini card because Gemini is the side that created music itself and everything else anyway. My music genre is life. Drives might. I hear you. We do all that music. We do all that music. Country ain't nothing but they tried to put a tweak on bluegrass and the blues, stuff like that. Country ain't nothing but the blues. It's all a country is. And they put one or two little old banjos in it. And now all of a sudden it don't belong to us. Yes, it do. Okay. Yes, it do. We be doing the most with the music. And then they come behind it and do a little something to it. Now all of a sudden, whatever. I don't believe that. I don't buy into that hype. But anyway, this may be cut short a little bit because this is not really getting better. I was hoping it would get better before the show, but here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to commercial break, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about the rest of the guilt trip and the intent behind the tactics. So after these messages, we'll be right back.
Hey, brothers, I want to tell you about a website called blackmenszone.com. Now, Black Men's Zone is a site that specifically targets black men. It's a place where black men talk about issues that solely affect them. Now, at Black Men's Zone, the topics will range from news to society, sports, technology, business, food and recipes. Some brothers got to cook too. Gaming, and some of your brothers like doing some of that. Health and fitness, got to get your workout on. Music, movies, and many other topics. Now, there's not many forums around these days for black men. and because black men have to create them. Now, this particular website is more of a forum based, something simple, not social media. You can write what you need to write, say what you need to say, get on, get off pretty quick. But if you're interested, brothers, to at least go there, and I want you to check it out, engage in the topics, go to blackmenzone.com, sign up for an account, and get engaged in the conversation.
So definitely hit the link at the top of the chat, blackmenzone.com. Become part of the conversation or start a conversation of your own on a wide array of topics that interest black men. So definitely hit the link. Once again, it's blackmenzone.com. I know y'all are bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button. Bam, bam. You got to, okay. Thank you, Ruben. So guilt doesn't work on people who are already outcast. I like what I like. Pearl Jam, Def Leppard. Thank you. Thank you. Here's one more thing. I saw a comment. Okay. I don't know how to say your name, baby. But say, I am so tired of the we don't do that. Black people don't do that. That limits a lot of the things that we can do, succeed at, and do better in. Just do not know our potential. And I'm so happy that you said it, because this is an example of guilt. To make us feel guilty about not subscribing to nor limiting ourselves on this is, I'm black, so I can do this. I'm black, so I can't do that. Thinking, and what this translates into is that only the foolishness we comfortable with the lost value system. We comfortable not telling the truth. We comfortable not caring. We comfortable not being peaceful. We comfortable without no structures. We comfortable. We so comfortable in all of these different dysfunctions that when we see somebody that do something different other than participate in the dysfunctional behaviors and attitudes and all that type of stuff, even if that's not something you want to do, just because somebody is going to make you feel guilty about not being black enough, that is a 100%, that is guilt. That is part of sign language. That is a major part of sign language. It's actually a deeper part of it. This is what I mean by it keep you in the lost value system. It keep you not succeeding, because things that we would be doing, we get shamed into and guilted out of and guilted away from. Because you're going to be outcasted from black people if you do it. That's not black enough. To do X, Y, and Z is not black enough. As long as we going to be stuck in the lost value system, I don't care about being black enough. Because we are not even supposed to be in the lost value system. The lost value system is not my culture. And it is not the culture of any lion or lioness. You can listen to what music you want. You can go to what places you want. You can go into any career that you want. And you are not limited to getting into sports and entertainment. You are not even limited to a blue collar job. And there ain't nothing wrong with a blue collar job. Do you understand? Not limited to that. It's nothing wrong if you want to be an astrophysicist. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. We don't got to do what we've been doing. Listen, let me tell you something. If you do what you've been doing, and that has led us to failure, then why would you keep doing it? If you want a different outcome, maybe you should change some of the things that you do, some of the daily habits that you have. Maybe you should change what kind of music you listen to. Maybe you should change what kind of clothes you're wearing. Maybe you should change the place you live in. Maybe you should. Because if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten. Comfortable will kill you. It's killing us. It has killed us because we comfortable. We don't have to do, we don't have to think a certain way. And this is what this entire series has been about. We don't have to think in the loss value system. We don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. And we have to recognize the things that maintain us doing it. Huh? We have to practically recognize what happens. What are we doing each day? What are we engaged in each day that keep us locked? We are so accustomed to sign language, we utilize it with each other unconsciously. We will unconsciously start shaming. We will start insulting. We will start guilt tripping. And then we'll need to be right for all of that. You know, we've been tricked so badly as a group. We've been tricked so bad as a group. We got everything backwards. This is why I talk. This is why this is so devastating and incredibly important. We got the wrong idea about every last one of these values. Every last one of them. Every last one of them. We don't have no idea how wealth really works. We don't have no idea when you're supposed to actually have leisure, and that leisure has to have some type of limitation. We don't know what we think professions is a 9 to 5 job that you clock into. It's not, it's a difference. We think that education, going to get a little paper here and there, makes us better people, or it makes us better than somebody else, or it means something that it don't mean. It just means you was able to go to those classes, get those credits, and get accreditation for what you studied. That's all that means. We got the wrong idea about mobility. We don't understand. And we just got everything backwards. And the fact that we have everything backwards, that's what keep us stuck. I know I ain't cooking like, the energy, this is allergies that really get to me. But I need y'all to understand why we stuck. Why we stuck. Because it's in your mind. It's what you think about. It's how you perceive yourself and the world. We think having etiquette and manners, stuff like that, we associate that stuff with white people. Do we understand that? We also associate things like wealth and success and positivity and prosperity and things of that nature. We attribute that to white people, never to us. We see ourselves like white supremacy and the lost value system taught us to see ourselves, and we don't see nothing else. We more comfortable watching two black men go at each other than we are watching them speak words of encouragement and positivity to one another and then give each other a hug. We feel uncomfortable about that. Do you understand that? We feel more comfortable watching two black men about to tear each other's heads off. We feel more comfortable with that than we feel watching two black men have a positive conversation, big up each other, and show love to one another. We find that to be uncomfortable. We got to be like, oh, is he sus? Is he what's going on with them? They are men that's not trying to tear each other's heads off for no reason. That's who they are. We more comfortable looking at a black man sag his pants and, wear all kind of this and that and tattoos than we are seeing a black man in a 3-piece suit with a briefcase. Then we know what's going on with him. Why he dressed up? He's not dressed up. He's just dressed for the world. We more comfortable seeing each other patronize a business than own one. We automatically suspicious of one another. If we see a black person doing something out of the norm, we get suspicious about them. We don't trust their motives. We don't trust what they doing. But we trust that white man, though. For all that stuff we talk, we sure trust that white man. We trust all his businesses. We trust all his ventures. We trust everything he gives to us. We trust that uh, the things that he do is meant to help us. We trust all that. We trust it when he lied to us to our face and tell us that Planned Parenthood is there to give poor black women, the options to plan her family. And what don't nobody ask is why y'all giving all of this to a woman to plan a family. Women don't plan families. Women can have babies, but they don't plan families. Men plan families. Think about that. They put a clinic in the black neighborhood called Planned Parenthood. Not that black men plan parenthood with women, but Big Daddy government gonna plan it. And the only one that he conspire with is the women. He don't talk to the men. Thought you was planning parenthood. Thought you was planning parenthood. Huh? Are we not? Why the men ain't got no say? We not comfortable seeing each other succeed. When we talk about the successes that we have, somebody is quick to tell us to be humble and to not talk about those successes because you don't want to seem like you're trying to be better than somebody. Brother Dennis Sperling made a post on his community tab maybe about a week ago. I'm not sure. And it says something more or less to the effect that when you get a lien, I think by the IRS something, and it's in excess of so many hundreds of thousands of dollars. That means you made 3 million or so that previous year for them to even tax that much. Then he had somebody in the comment section like blessing him out because it was like you being arrogant. You ain't gotta say it. You ain't gotta. But you don't police Mr. Cartwright. Nobody polices Mr. Cartwright when he get to telling you what he owned and what he did and how much revenue that is making and how much revenue over here is being made. And this and that. And he's helping to invest in another business and he's projected to make a certain amount within the next 5 years. Nobody talks about Mr. Cartwright. We sit there and we listen to Mr. Cartwright because we want to know the secret to wealth. We want to know how did Mr. Cartwright get to that level. But when a black man say, this is what I earned, this is the revenue, this is what I've done, these are the things. Oh, you bragging. Really? We got a weird understanding about stuff like that. Just because a Black person come and tell you about the successes that they've had, that's not automatically them being arrogant. They just saying, this is what I did. This is what I've been doing. You want to know how I popped up with a Bentley? You want to know how I popped up with an S-Class Mercedes? I didn't just go get it and not be able to afford it and pay, $600-700 notes. That's not what I did. I'm not worried about nobody coming to repossess it. I'm not worried about losing my job and then I can't afford it. And then that's not. Let me tell you how I did it. I gotta go. This is not getting any better. But let me see. King Saul, thank you so much for your super sticker, sweetheart. And thank you, Miss Lou Casely. I always appreciate it, beloved. But I'm on, let's see. Let's see if I got some cash apps I like to say. Excuse me. Hold on. My apologies. I told y'all I was gonna be doing my thing. But thank you. Thank you, Cole. Thank you, Antonius. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Samuel, for your super chats. I mean, your contribution with Cash App. I want to thank you. Thank you for that. Um, the last super chat from that baby, I don't know what you mean. What the super chat say? I don't remember what it said. I do believe that I try to read every super chat, but if I missed it, then please forgive me for that. Thank you, Tracy. Kendra, who is the sister on the? I don't know who them people is. Y'all be thinking I be knowing who them people. I be knowing them, but them people be in the public domain, baby. And I pick certain pictures because I know my demographic is men, and y'all gonna like it, and y'all going to click on it because she pretty. I don't know who they are. But in any case, I'm going to go ahead and get off. We got a lot of things to talk about in the upcoming week. So jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, Subscribe to the channel if you've not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye bye, Crimsonites.